G'day guys, today we're going to talk about different hits and what they're called. Just very, very basic stuff. But, you know, I'm quite guided by my wife on this, who has never played baseball herself. And she comes along and she watches our kids play and she asks me all these different questions. And if she wants to know, there's others out there that want to know. So part of what we want to do here is educate parents. We want to help them know what the different things mean. So we're going to talk about hits today and some of the things you might hear coaches say or terminology you might hear on a game of baseball on the TV or whatnot. We'll talk about the 4 different types of hits. And so those 4 hits are a line drive, a fly ball, a ground ball, or a foul ball. Okay, so a line drive. A line drive is a hard, flat hit. A line drive is what most hitters are aiming for and what most coaches are aiming for them to do. A good home run is a good line drive over the fence. You know, in an ideal world, our hitters would all be hitting hard, flat balls that go on a rope straight over the fence. But hitting the ball hard and flat, that is a line drive. So hard and flat, that's a line drive. A fly ball. So a fly ball is a ball that gets hit up in the air. So it'll have a hump to it. Line drive would be flat. Fly ball goes high in the air. Might be called a pop-up or a fly or a fly out if it's caught. So a fly ball is a ball that's hit high in the air, either to the outfield or generally when it's on the infield and it goes almost straight up, they'll call that a pop-up rather than a fly ball. But yeah, fly ball is a ball that can be caught and is in the air. Sometimes a long fly could be a home run if it's a fly ball all the way over the fence. So they're not necessarily bad things, fly balls, but in terms of terminology, a fly ball is a ball that's hit up in the air. So a ground ball is pretty self-explanatory. A ground ball is a ball that's hit on the ground and hits the ground basically before it leaves the infield or doesn't even leave the infield. So a ground ball is what you'd see most of our infielders making plays on. You know, a ground, you might hear them say they grounded into a double play. That means the batter hit a ground ball and the defensive team turned a double play. Or a ground out. That's where the batter hit a ground ball and the other team made an out, usually at first base. So a ground ball. Ground balls have their uses as well, just like fly balls do, for moving runners across and whatnot. Sometimes we hit the ball in the air on purpose. Sometimes we hit the ball on the ground on purpose. There's that much strategy in baseball as you get up through the ranks that every play and everything has a purpose. So the last one I'll talk about today is a foul ball. So a foul ball is a ball that lands outside of the foul lines. So the foul lines are the lines that run up past first base and third base. If the ball lands and hits foul territory, which is outside the lines, the side that the spectators and whatnot are on, where the field is and the diamond and the bases and the players are, that's called inside the lines and that's fair territory. Outside the lines is called foul territory. So if a ball hits foul territory before it passes the base, then it's a foul ball, okay? Or if it travels deep, it's a long fly ball or even a line drive that travels past the base, but the first place it touches the ground is in foul territory or outside the lines, then that's a foul ball. Something that gets a bit tricky and something that parents struggle to understand sometimes is a ball can be hit on the inside of the lines and start on the inside of the lines, but if that ball then travels outside of the foul lines or across the foul lines before it passes the base, then that's a foul ball, okay? Unless someone touches the ball before it goes foul, then where it's touched is where it's considered to be whether a foul or not a foul. But if the ball is untouched and it is a ground ball and it rolls outside the foul lines before it hits the bases or gets past the bases, then it's a foul ball. Also, if a ball goes over the base, which is another thing that confuses parents and new players sometimes, if the ball bounces right close to the line and it goes over the base, then that's a fair ball. Over the base is a fair ball. So that's what an umpire is looking for when he's looking up the line. He's looking to see if it's very, very close. He looks to see whether it is bouncing over the base, or if it bounces outside the base, it'll be a foul. Okay, so over the base is a fair ball as well. That's it for today's episode of RBI Australia Inside the Game. Thanks for tuning in. If you picked up something new, make sure to share it with your team or hit replay. We'll be back soon with more tips, drills and insights to help you level up. And hey, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, train smart, play hard and keep growing that game.